Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? We are getting very, very close to the winter solstice and the new moon and the 3-eye atlas activation this weekend. So I know many of you are feeling the pressure, myself included. I have had a very intense week. It's quite a bit, maybe a little bit intense for a few weeks. But this past week, I noticed a lot of old material coming up, a lot of old rage coming up, and it's here to be metabolized. It's here to show me the places that need my attention and my awareness, preferably before this winter solstice, which is this weekend, Sunday to be exact. And so we may be feeling that intensity as the year starts to close down. And of course, we're being pulled in many directions because our culture celebrates the holidays in a very outward way. And so it's a little bit of a conflict with our winter time, with the time of this death process and this ending process and this inward process of winter, specifically in the northern hemisphere. So I'd like to offer a practice. It's a somatic ritual, what I would call a somatic ritual. And basically, it's a ritual that involves our body, because our body is the pathway. Not only does it hold all of the imprints, the trauma, the collective trauma, the pain that isn't processed, that we haven't processed and come to terms with, all of the ways in which we shut down, we haven't said what we were wanting to say, or we couldn't say it, all of the ways, all of the things that we held that did not kind of complete, the cycles that didn't complete within us. And our bodies are also the pathway, the portal into our soul, into our divinity, into our spirit, and into that greater dimension of the divine, the Great Mother, Source, whatever name you want to call her by. And so our bodies are sacred, and so is all of creation. The feminine path is a path it's a somatic spiritual path. It's a path that we honor the physical realm as holy, as sacred, as carrying that divinity within it, whether it's expressed or not. And we know that we're living in times that are very, very intense. We're seeing many people not expressing the love, not expressing their divine nature, but rather almost fighting against it. And we're seeing that duality, and that too is the physical world, because we have choice. And I have said this many, many, many times, we have choice. And so we can choose to take responsibility and to move and act and be in alignment with our soul, with the greater soul of the Mother, of the divine, of Source, of unconditional love, or not. Or we can, be disconnected and separated and acting from the egoic nature of separation, and not tune into the unseen worlds, the unseen reality. And that's exactly what and how we function in our dominant culture at this time. And that is exactly what's shifting. The era the new era of sovereignty, of our own sovereignty, of feminine sovereignty, of sovereignty in alignment with love, with source. The awakening to that is exactly what's happening and what we're seeing in our planet at this time. And so if you're feeling the pressure in your body, because whatever's happening on the outside has a way of also affecting each one of us individually. Even if we feel or think that we're not individually affected, energetically it is affecting us. And I know that I've spoken to many of you that are feeling pretty intense, right now. And many things are happening. And so I want to offer a practice, a somatic ritual that connects us to the elements that are all around us, the water, the fire, the earth, the air, the ether, and connects us with these elements, as I call them, the universal mothers, not just outside of us, but within us. Within. How is the water awakening within ourselves? The water element as an element. The earth, the air. And how can we relate? What's the correlation between these elements outside of us and within us? And this practice is something that I use to open up whenever I do any ceremony or ritual. I'm going to do a little bit more extended version for everyone here. But it is a practice to allow us to awaken to the realities around us of the world, move out of separation and kind of come into greater union with our natural world. And that opens us up to the belonging so that we don't feel so alone, so separated, so isolated, because we're not in many ways. But we are taught to think that we are separated. And I know that in this time of the holidays, many enter into a deep isolation and depression, as many old traumas, old experiences, old unresolved matter starts to come up, so that we don't carry it into the new year and the new birth. But sometimes it's a lot to handle. And with the outer pressures of family or having to show up and having to be in the outer world, and whichever social engagements you may have, might cause even more pressure. And so there's kind of a dissonance between the inward, that part of you that wants to go inward and just nest and rest and fuel and release and let go and transform, so that we can enter the new birth, the new year, in a little bit more resourced way. And the pressures that we may have socially, the conditioning, the demands on ourselves, our families, etc. So this is a practice that you can do, and you can try it out. And again, it involves your body, your awareness. It's about awakening your consciousness, awakening to the reality that's all around us that many of us are not even aware of. And this is part of the feminine path, because the feminine path is it's a somatic spirituality, because our bodies bring us into, like I said, the divine realms. And our body is also the unconscious. So it's like the two sides to that coin, and we can experience both. And it's really important to have ways to connect and resource ourselves, especially at this time. And this is a pretty critical time because there's a lot of intensity, there's a lot of pressure, even on the inner, to release and transform and resolve a lot of the old burdens that you've been holding on to. So let's dive in. And you don't need to do anything. Just allow yourselves to be in a quiet space where you can just relax and take some breaths. And I'll be right here leading you. So let us take a deep breath. And close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Mine will be closed most of the time. And just allow yourself to come into a comfortable space. I always recommend, if you have a shawl, to bring it around you, because you can somatically, your body can feel the warmth of the shawl, and somatically it helps our system to calm down. It helps ourselves to even go into the parasympathetic nervous system to regulate our nervous system and to activate the endorphins, the dopamine, the relaxation states. So let yourself just take a deep breath here. Just breathing, making sure that your feet are on the ground, if possible, flat on the ground. And we will be, no, I'm not sure if we'll be doing sounding in this, so we may or may not. Let's see how, there's a lot of different ways it can go, so I'm just tuning in and listening. And this is a very powerful somatic ritual, but it's also a very shamanic ritual that takes us through to connect with the spirit of the land, with the spirit of the earth, with the spirit of water, with the spirit that are our ancestors in many ways. So let's take a deep breath again. And just noticing in your body how your breath is feeling, the expansion and the contraction of your breath. And just noticing and breathing. And then slowing down your breath, allowing your breath to slow down organically. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just letting your body slow down, letting your body know that it's time for you to just connect with yourself and with the support of creation that we have all around us, and that in many ways it's also interacting with us. And so just breathing and allowing. Breathing and allowing. And bringing our hands to our heart. Bringing both hands to your heart and just breathing into your heart for a couple of breaths. And breathing into our heart again. And then bringing our awareness to our pelvic cavity and just bringing our breath there into our lower abdomen, And your hands there too, because your hands help to feel that space and to bring your awareness to that space. And I'm going to, as you do your breath, I'm going to offer an invocation to the Great Mother. And you just allow yourself to feel and to be present. Dear Mother, I bow my head, heart, and womb to you, for you are the creatrix and the creation. From your womb, the 10,000 things are born. We ask that you bring us close, awaken us, and keep us in your flow of divine grace. Hold us in your ecstatic presence where all veils are dissolved, leaving only a whispering truth as our teacher. Let us drink from your cup of mercy and merge with you into the annihilation of our being forever and ever, dear Mother. So just breathing and allowing. And now bringing one hand, your right hand, into your heart, your left hand on your womb, on your sacral womb. And just breathe and allow. And so let's take a minute to invite our guides and invite the ancient ancestral mothers that have been with us since the beginning of time, guiding us, helping us. Those that have walked the path, the medicine women, the healers, the divinators, the oracles, even the priestesses, those that have walked and have been devoted to the Mother. We invite you to be here with us, to guide us as we connect and merge with the spirits of the land and the universal mothers. And then take a minute to invite any of your own guides that you feel safe with, that you feel connected with. Take a minute to do that. And then as you do that, we're going to just feel the presence of our guides, also feeling and inviting the sun and her rays, her radiance, the moon and her radiance, and all of the astrological planets, beings that are here to guide us, especially with the times that we're in. There's so much happening on the astrological level, and so inviting all that guidance, all that light in as wisdom, as guidance. And just taking a minute to see how that feels in your body as you do that. And breathing and allowing. And then we're going to begin by connecting with the spirits of the east, direction of the east, the element of air, and what we call a cosmic womb mother. Of this element of air, breathing it in, and all of those in the realm, the birds, those that fly, our spirit animals that are birds, inviting the guides, and taking a deep breath here. So I'm going to use a chime of air to activate that within us. And so just feeling the presence of the spirit, of our breath, and how it activates our lungs, how it purifies and detoxifies us. And just inviting our presence to our breath, sacred, and how we're being breathed. We're being breathed all the time, where we don't have to think of breathing. We can just allow our breathing to take place. And how we're being supported through our breath. Just allowing ourselves to become aware of the breath and our lungs. Our lungs take in the breath, release the breath. And the air also correlates with our thinking, our analytical mind, our thinking mind. And so just bringing that into awareness. And thanking the spirit of air. And the cosmic womb mother, which correlates with the air element, always supporting us. And taking a breath as we transition into the direction of the self, of self. And here is the element of fire, the spirit of fire, inviting the dragon mother of fire. And this is the fire of inspiration and activation, but also of transformation. This is a fire of action. This is a fire that also activates our processes biologically. It's the fire in our body, the electrical charge in our body. Our life force, our passion. And so becoming aware of the fire, that initiatory energy within us and outside of us is fire. Fire we know, the fire we see. Inviting her, but also thanking her. and feeling the connection with our own bodies. What's our relationship with fire? Are we too fiery? Is our fire more of a blaze? Or is our fire too quiet? Do we need to feed our fire? Do we allow ourselves to be in relationship with our passion? Do we allow our words to express our fire? Do we need to activate our fire? Do we need to move, dance, jump, shake? And so feeling the fire in our bodies. Our fire is connected to our heart and to our triple burner in Chinese medicine. And feeling, fire feels activating in our body. Too much fire feels uncomfortable. When we get too angry, we can feel our anger and our rage. So we may need to balance out with water and earth to contain the fire. We may need to stoke the fire. And so bowing to fire, the spirit of fire, thanking her. And now we move to the west, the direction of the west, the earth, inviting the Earth Mother and the spirit of the west the earth and the mountains, the trees, all of our vegetation, the rocks, all the different types of landscapes, mountains and hills and desert. And so the earth is solid, it's grounding, it can receive us, creates stability, stillness, strength, rootedness. So inviting that earth and the Earth Mother and feeling it, feeling her in our bones, feeling her in the physicality of our body, physical body. The earth and the stomach and spleen, and how we digest life. Feeling our earthiness. Do we need to ground? Do we need to slow down? Do we need more rooting? Are we in too much movement, too much action, too much thinking? Our earth also represents the physical realm, including our bodies. part of us needs to settle, to come into stillness, to connect with our strength and our power. You can feel it in your bones, you can feel it. You can feel the power of your lineage, of your ancestors in your bones. The power of thousands of lifetimes held right here in your body. And so just giving thanks to that and feeling the wave of that earth within you. And then we're going to transition into the water element, the ocean, mother of love. The water, the rivers, the oceans, the creeks, the rain, the snow, your tears, your fluids, your blood. All carrying the love. What is your relationship with water? Do you allow your own water to move, to cry, to grieve, to feel? Or is your water frozen, stuck, shut down? We might need a little warmth from the fire. We might need a little movement. We might need a little air, consciousness, awareness. It's more ether, but yeah. Air and ether and fire. For our own river, for our own ocean of love to move, to flow. In our body. Our kidneys and our bladder are the organs related to our waters, connected to wisdom and fear. Wisdom. Can our fear turn into wisdom? Can we allow it to transform when we face our fears? And so just taking a deep breath here into the spirit of water. In the north, this is the north gate. And coming into the stillness, the consciousness of ether. Ether is all around us. It's the consciousness that we're swimming in. It's the aliveness of the unseen. It's the aliveness of the matrix that we all belong in and are in. And so just feeling ether, the stillness. Our own consciousness of light awakening to the spirits all around us, to the unseen world that is alive, supporting us. We're not alone. And living within our bodies. It's living here. It's living here. It's living in our tissues, in the water in our bones, in the electricity in our body, the fire, the air, our breath. We are alive with the universal mothers holding us, supporting us, resourcing us. So just coming into center space and alignment. Feeling the expansion of our consciousness into these realities. Being able to see and feel and experience and access these dimensions that are all around us and within us. Letting the line of separation and isolation dissolve, and letting it all regulate our nervous system, allowing us to feel the peace, to feel the love, to feel how loved we are, how supported we are. And we'll come into a closing here, and just allowing yourself to take some breaths here. And you can do this practice at any time when you feel that you're needing to be resourced. This is a way of awakening yourself to the reality that's supporting you right now, and has been, and will continue to. Awakening ourselves to our ancestors and the spirit of the land and the spirit of the elements and universal mothers. Many, many blessings, and may this practice serve you.